I have a question for you. Do you know him? This 100-year-old man is Henry Kissinger, one of the top diplomats of our time. In many ways, he truly transformed the world when he secretly brought together US and China at the height of Cold War. But today, the same partnership which he had crafted is setting a new world order, which probably has already started the second Cold War between the East and West. Let's see where emerging India stands in this new world order. Wars never start with a big bomb blast, they generally end with one. Wars start by showing off your weapon power, your defense capabilities, fighting in proxy wars, and making strategic alliances with countries having similar interests. Over the past 2 decades, China has developed weapon systems with highly advanced technology. From space technology to cybersecurity to AI, China is really powerful. When it comes to alliances, China has partnered with Russia. Everyone knows China has been actively supporting Russia against Ukraine. And now Iran, the so-called US enemy, has also joined their alliance. Even North Korea is a de facto partner, working as a proxy threatening Japan and South Korea. Together, this East Bloc is challenging the Western world and its principles by openly threatening the pro-Western countries. China is even claiming control over the South China Sea that is critical for international trade and shipment. Under these growing dangers, and after noticing that much of the Chinese military power is in some ways backed by the advanced US technology, last year United States banned the sale of critical semiconductor technology to China. US has prohibited its citizens from working for Chinese semiconductor firms. US has many alliances across the world and is constantly building new relations with emerging countries which align to its ideology. We have NATO, G7, AUKUS, and even a D10 group. This Western Bloc is also showing off its military strength. They are organizing a defense exercise with record-breaking participation. Remember, US shot down the Chinese spy balloon with its top-class F-22 fighter jet. They are intensely supporting Ukraine and providing their best weapon systems. One can say the weapons are being tested through a proxy war. Few months ago, a US general had even speculated a China-US war in 2025. These alliances are dividing the world and its effects are clearly visible from Ukraine to Taiwan. If no action is taken, we may have to live under a constant threat of a nuclear war. Now, to understand where India stands in this world politics, we have to start with Quad. The Quadrilateral Security Dialogue is a strategic partnership between Australia, India, Japan, and the United States. Officially, Quad's goals are simple. They aim to keep the sea routes open and free of any influence. But the truth is, Quad reflects the regional attitude towards China's growing influence. The importance of this partnership for India is the critical role that it plays. The aggressive Chinese position has brought a big change in the United States, especially about sharing advanced technology with its partners. Now, US proposes the idea of friendshoring to reduce business with countries that are a national threat. Friendshoring is a strategy where a country prefers to trade goods and services from raw material to final products only from countries which share its values. Basically, US is planning to shift the manufacturing of critical components to a friendly country like India. India and United States have already built a framework for this shared technological development. Initiative on Critical and Emerging Technologies (ICET) was launched last year at the Quad meeting in Tokyo. Under ICET, both sides have identified 6 focus areas of co-development and co-production. These key areas of cooperation are AI, quantum computing, 5 and 6G technology, biotechnology, space technology, and semiconductors. A special area of this co-development / co-production, which cannot be stressed more, is defense. With the new Indus X initiative, both countries plan to jointly develop advanced defense technologies, from jet engine to artilleries and armored vehicles. The deal for building jet engines together is almost final. This engine will be used in the indigenous fighter jet Tejas Mark II. India has already purchased many US defense systems, And a $3 billion deal of armed drones is also expected soon. Semiconductor technology is used in every product of our daily life. The control over its design and production was another major cause of conflict between US and China. US will support Indian semiconductor industry and will boost chip research and production. Both countries will also work together on planetary defense, human space flights, and R&D on the next generation 6G technology. Basically, US will work with India to build an ecosystem for defense and space startups and promote research in next gen technologies. Even with all the optimism around, practically speaking, for anything to realize, India must reform its taxation and licensing to attract more foreign manufacturers, and the US must update its restrictive policies on sharing advanced technologies. These are government plans and only private players can implement them. Government is there just for support. To deal with these issues, a strategic trade dialogue has also been established which will remove export-related government barriers. Before you get too excited, allow me to briefly tell you an important lesson from history. Since 1950s and 60s, India has made many attempts to get US technology and benefit from it. US did provide agricultural support and even helped Indian Educational Institute. As a result, today Indian diaspora is known globally for their skills and are even running the top MNC firms. But United States, busy with Cold War, never actively supported India in developing advanced technologies until now. There was a lesson behind it, and India learnt and developed many technologies by itself. So even with all the optimism and the current euphoria, India must remember this lesson. After hitting rock bottom at the end of 20th century, India-US relations have only gone up. And in the last 2 decades, both countries have grown out of enmity to friendship and now partnership. And this important partnership will make sure the future technologies are designed, developed, governed and used with democratic values in mind. As the possibility of a direct conflict between East and West increases, India-US cooperation may turn into a beast mode. So brace for impact, as we are just starting and have a long flight ahead. India is not a formal US ally, but it will have equal access to US technologies. This distinction is probably because of the elephant in the room, or rather a bear and a dragon in the room, which is India's partnership with Russia and its complicated relation with China. But that will need a separate video, and tell me, shall I dare make it? Comment below.